Look at North and South Korea. Look at North and South Korea. How are you going to neutralize that situation? Do you think that you can neutralize that situation politically? Or is it by love?
How do you neutralize it by love?
Give us an example. First of all, let me tell you this.
How will you neutralize the situation with love?
Let me tell you this.
Tell me how.
It's an utopian idea.
First of all, honestly, I am a product of love because my parents married and gave birth to me. So I'm a product of love. You are a product of love. Your parents got married, gave birth to you. So you are already evidence of what love is.
Yeah.
So therefore, why must you go outside of yourself to find an answer? Look at the situation in North Korea. North and South Korea have to say to each other, "You're my brother. I don't need to fire any nuclear weapons on you. We have different ideologies, but let us just agree to disagree and then live together." Anything less than that, a nuclear war is going to destroy the whole area. There will be no winners.
Okay, let me ask you that. What if they tried that? Let's say they tried this love approach, that we have to live together in harmony with peace and with love. Let's say they tried that and it did not work. What next then?
Well, let's try it first.
No, let's say they tried that.
Let's try it first.
I'm sure they tried that in Israel and Palestine. What next then?
If I love you,
What next? How long will you give them? 50 years? 60 years? How long will you give the oppression before somebody actually takes some positive steps to neutralize that issue?
Yeah, let me tell you this.
Yes.
I don't know I know we've been talking all along, but I don't know what is your faith. You're probably Buddhist or Islam.
Yes.
Whatever your faith is, we believe that there is invisible power at work, and that is whom we call God. You are not the only one who is struggling here to make this world a better place. It's not just you and me. There are invisible forces whom we call Allah or God that is also busy. So it's not only us, you know. Yeah, that's the question.
You know, God Himself.
What I'm trying to tell you
listen.
is that
God Himself in the Bible.
What I'm saying is, do what you can.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I've heard you, but what you're saying goes against the Bible and the Quran, because in the Bible God sanctions the killing of women and children when there was a war. But in your philosophy, in your ideology, you're saying something from an utopian idea, where you say the South Korea and North Korea can just sit down together, talk about love and peace, and everything will be perfectly all right.
Are you not utopia yourself?
I'm not. I try to live a practical life as possible. You cannot just say love and peace for everything.
with some romantic.
Will you stop pushing me, by the way? That's very rude of you.
Sorry. Let me ask you.
First, you need to answer my question first. Did God in the Bible sanction killing?
God does not advise killing, no.
Well, He does in the Bible. Maybe you haven't read the Bible. You said you read the Bible, you read the Quran, you read the Hindu literature. What have you read if you don't even know these basics?
Let me ask you one question.
No, answer mine after you answer your question.
You're mixing events and sequences of time.
Now I'm talking about sanctions by God.
In the Bible.
Yes, in the Bible, yes.
Got an Old Testament and a New Testament.
Yes.
You cannot assume that what happened in the time of Jesus Christ is the same period of time as the time of Moses.
Why? Because He's God.
Because human beings were very low in the time of Moses.
What do you mean low?
Human beings were like animals
Seriously?
in the time of Moses.
Are you saying the Jews at that time were animals?
I say human beings. I didn't say all human beings.
Those Jews were human beings.
You see how this guy...
Because that is whom the sanction was given to.
You're very good in derailing topics.
Not derailing. I'm telling you that you're going against...
What I'm saying is that during the time of Moses...
They were not human beings, seriously.
People were smarter back then than they are now.
Yes, human beings were terrible.
Let him explain what he means.
That is why Moses told them, eye for eye, tooth for tooth.
But that's the law of God.
That was the Old Testament. When Jesus
that was the law of Jesus.
When Jesus Christ came, He said, if somebody smack you on this side, turn the other cheek.
No, not in the end times. Not in the end times.
So what that means is that humanity was evolving because humanity fell after the fall of Adam and Eve in the Adam and Eva in the book of Genesis.
No, not in the Quran.
In the book of Quran.
No, not in the Quran.
There was
humanity did not fall
Iblis,
like the way you're saying.
Iblis.
That's a Bible version.
Iblis tempted
Iblis is Satan.
Adam.
It's nothing to do.
Iblis is
Satan.
Iblis is
Satan.
Iblis is Satan.
He's doing it for the camera now.
Okay. The same as we have Lucifer. Lucifer is a Satan.
Yeah.
Right? He confused Adam. What did Iblis do? What did Iblis do to Adam?
He asked him to, told him to.
He deceived him.
Yeah, deceived him.
Thank you.
Carry on, yeah.
Iblis confused Adam.
Yes.
The same way as Lucifer confused Adam.
Yes. So what did Adam do? What did Adam do after he was confused and deceived? What did he do?
He violated his law that God gave him.
He sinned, right?
Yeah.
How did he sin if you said earlier that he did not have the ability to sin when he was created?
I didn't say that.
Also, he did have the ability.
We did not discuss. You are a derailer. You're a derailer.
Actually, it's on camera.
Let's go back
we
to
can
what
show
we're
it to you on
saying.
camera.
No,
It is on camera. What do you mean derailer?
What are you here to do?
I'm here to expose the lies you...
No, I'm here to actually expose you.
No, you haven't exposed anything.
I did not say that.
You did. It's on
I
camera.
see this link
It's on
today.
camera. I'll show it to you.
I see
And I will prove it to you when it's on YouTube. You come and comment in the
Now I know
comments.
why I'm here today.
Yes, why?
I'm here to actually combat you.
Sorry?
To combat you. You are.
Oh, now you're talking about combating, not love. Remember the man who said we have to love and talk with peace? Now you want to combat me.
But not that kind
It's like you
of
expose
combat.
yourself.
Not that kind of combat.
By the way, you still haven't answered my question. Why did God, Jesus, sanction the killing of women and children? Jesus sanctioned the killing of women and children if you believe Jesus is God.
Never did he do that.
Was he God in the Old Testament?
Never did he do
Was
that.
Jesus God in the Old Testament?
You're not going to put me on the
You're-
spot.
Are you going to answer the question?
No, I'm not gonna
Of course
answer.
you're not going to be because you're already on the
Asking
spot.
foolish questions.
It's not a foolish question.
What
It's a
I'm saying,
fact.
my brother.
It's a fact according to the
I keep
Trinitarians.
coming back to the beginning, which is Abrahamic faith.
He's going to keep repeating himself.
Abrahamic faith. Right? Which is that at the end of the day, you've got all these brothers essentially living in ignorance because they do not understand that they are brothers. And all they are doing is just essentially killing each other out.
I think you got to live in the real world. You need to live in the real world where there are people who are against each
Abraham
other.
are brothers.
Yes.
We believe they are brothers. Who? Jesus, Muhammad, Musa. We believe that they have the same message. They are brothers.
You know, in the Quran, Allah says Abraham was neither a Jew
That is the starting
nor a
point.
Christian,
That is the
but he was
starting
one who believed in one God.
That's what we believe.
Belief
Yeah.
is the starting point. It's good, don't get me wrong.
My issue is
But in addition to belief, you know what you have to have?
Yes.
It's what they call substance. Substance, that means doing
doing what?
what you believe.
Man, you're contradicting yourself now.
Absolutely.
You're
No, what I'm
contradicting
saying is that you
yourself.
believe first,
This
then you
is
must
what
do.
We are telling you.
If
we
you
believe
believe,
in
if you
that.
believe I'm your brother,
Yeah.
how are you gonna? Let me give you an example.
I believe that you are my brother,
How-
I love
how-
you.
how do you-
But
how-
if you come to kick me out from my house, I will not accept that.
Yeah, I know, but let me ask you.
You will demand
How
justice,
will
right?
you, how will you
You will
solve
demand
that problem?
justice.
This is my issue now. How will you? I love you. You are my brother. I love you. I'm in peace with you, right? But if you come to kick me out from my house, I will not accept
told
that,
you- I
and
told
you
you
will
before.
not accept that either.
I told you before.
That's why I said he lives in Ethiopia.
Let me say it again because
This is like perfect thinking.
This fellow always,
which is
he
not
always
reflects in reality.
He always
He doesn't like my arguments because it goes against his so-called Utopian ideas.
interrupts me when I'm gonna give you an answer.
I let you speak so many times. What do you want about?
Not on earth.
Let him answer my direct question. I
doubt
love
it,
you. You
man.
are my brother. We are in peace.
We've been
But
there
if you
before.
come to kick me out from my house, what should I do?
Yeah.
This is my
First of all,
direct
let me
question.
tell this to you.
Yeah.
Remember I told you before that this is not an easy solution, right?
Okay.
I think I've said it to you.
Okay.
We're not gonna go tomorrow to Palestine and start. What we are doing here already, here in the UK and at the United Nations,
United Nations.
Put it hold.
together, is to pull together.
Myanmar, they're being slaughtered. Let's say
You and will do nothing.
And what are
You know,
they doing?
you guys,
United Nations.
you're
What
just
are
like,
they doing?
you're just like unbelievers.
Can
you just listen?
So before he was against you now, sorry, against me, now he's against you.
They interfered immediately.
Anyway,
answer the question.
I accept your idea. Okay, you started this idea of like spreading love between people, right? This is the first step. Spreading
No,
love
what I'm
between
saying,
people,
what I'm
right?
saying, they don't allow me to answer the question. Even if the United Nations is not working properly,
They're not.
but it's still where you and me have people. We have people there.
Where?
In the UN,
How?
you've got a United Nations representation from your country.
He's saying
there.
every country's got a representation.
So you have to work with what you have.
So what do you propose?
You see what I'm saying? You start with what you've got.
You have this nation in Palestinian and Israeli region.
Pardon?
You have this
Representation.
Yes.
there. What they did.
We have an organization called Universal Peace Federation.
Okay, what they did there.
Nothing.
What is the biggest achievement for
What they
this
did there.
The
organization?
biggest achievement,
marriages.
which I tried to give you an answer a long time ago when he interrupted me.
No, you said intermarriages. That was the answer.
Is the intermarriages, which
Which was illegal.
He said,
Which is illegal.
What they mean?
he said it's illegal.
He's saying in order to solve the solution of Palestine and Israel,
Don't answer the
they
question for me.
have to intermarry, because he said that earlier. There's no point repeating this, because at the end of the day, he's going to go by the Bible, which the New Testament clearly says that Jesus will make his enemies his footstools. He's going to massacre them all in the second coming. And if he hasn't read that bit, maybe he doesn't know about his own Bible.
Let me tell you this guy. I'm telling you, I know people like this. I know this guy.
Have you read that bit in the Bible? Shall I show it to you?
He was attacking Hitler, but he's
Attacking
got the same
Hitler?
character as Hitler. He can make everybody in this floor to fight.
By the way, this is the guy who's talking about love. He's calling me Hitler now.
No, you've got the same character. You know, some people are very good with their tongue.
Actually, I just gave him the fact from the Bible and he doesn't like it.
Some people are very
In the
good with
Bible,
this.
Jesus says, I will
why-
make my enemies my
that's why-
footstools, and this is in the book of Revelation. This man here doesn't know about Christianity or about Islam, and all he does is he comes and blames
let me
me
answer you.
ad hominem against you because you don't agree with him.
My friend.
That's what he does. And this is what I'm saying.
What
All you do is spread
Can you
hate.
give the fellow a chance to answer the question?
You already answered this.
Tell
It was a
him, can you
repeat.
give the fellow, me, a chance to answer your question?
He answered that earlier. You were here, right? He's repeating himself. That's
Didn't
all.
get it. The reason why is because of his interruption. I was saying that marriage
Let's see.
across culture, marriage across religion, marriage across international boundaries, marriage across
By saying marriage,
beliefs.
is it physical
Let me finish.
or is it what?
He means actual marriage.
What is marriage?
Yes.
for?
That's what
Marriage.
So he wants the
is-
Israelis to marry the
marriage is
Palestinians
about-
to have peace
Look at
between
this,
them. Seriously.
fellows. Marriage is about love, and if you love a woman, or if the man loves the
He talks a lot about love, but he doesn't show
man
it.
loves the woman loves the man, and they come together in a family, the children are not gonna be enemies to their parents.
But there are some,
Am I
some
right?
rules in religion that not allow marriage, for example.
I know there are rules in religions that does not allow that.
How would you,
I agree with you, but there's also in South Africa during the apartheid, there was also rules that do not allow black and white people to marry.
But that's not religious. What you're saying is not religious. What he's asking is about a religion. It doesn't
Let's
matter.
ask you about law.
No, he said
It is about law. Law.
he said as a religion. Listen, you don't listen. That's your problem.
He said that the law does
as
not
a Muslim,
allow.
I'm just allowed to marry Muslims or
Chaste.
Yeah, chaste or
Chase people of the book.
who have the book.
Yes.
That's it. I'm not allowed
And the woman
to
is
get
not
married
allowed to
with
get married.
like
Nothing to do with black and white.
I don't know.
Okay, let me
Buddhism
ask you,
or-
under whose authority are you not allowed to do that?
Allah.
Whose authority?
Under the authority of Allah.
Pardon?
Religion is God, which is God, which I believe.
No, what did you say before?
Religion, which is God, coming from God.
Okay.
So you see, it's
Let me
religion.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Are you more important than the Quran, or is the Quran more important than you?
What do you mean exactly?
In the eyes of God, are you more important than the
I don't
Quran,
know what God.
or the Quran is more
Cannot say
important than
something
you?
about what God is
He's
saying.
basically asking you, is the law of God more important or are you more important? Is that right? Did I get that right? Is the law of God, because the Quran is the law of God, just like the Bible has the law of God. Yes?
This got your question.
So you need to clarify what you understand by the term Quran.
Let me
What do you
explain
mean
what
by
I mean.
Yeah, go on.
Didn't got it.
Is the law made for man, or is man made for law?
The law of God, you mean? Which
Is the
law?
law made for man, or is man made for law?
Which law? The law of the land or law of God? Which law you're talking about? You need to clarify. Is it the law of God or is it the law of the land? Which one is it?
Any law.
Any law.
Whether it is the law of God, or is the law of the British government, or is the law
Okay.
of
The law is made for example, the law of Britain applies to Britain. It doesn't apply elsewhere.
So-
Similarly, the law. I'm clarifying what he's saying now.
you know that this question is a very important question, because you need to define the relationship between yourself and
God.
Creator.
Absolutely.
If you think that, I'm sorry.
I'm slave of God. I worship God. I'm trying to do what He tells me to do.
Yes.
As a Muslim,
By the way, I'm not putting you on the spot.
I understand.
We're just having a
But
conversation.
I didn't get your point. What you mean by what is important, Quran for me? I mean, in view of God, right?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes.
I mean, you are comparing two different things.
Not really.
You are comparing me with the book. I mean, in point of view of God.
The reason why I'm saying that, you know why I'm asking that question? I'm asking that question, for me anyway, as a Christian person who still believes that Islam is truth. Because God talks to all people. As a Christian person, I believe that the relationship between me and God is like father and son. So, whatever law God gives me, I'll do my best to obey it.
That's what you are doing.
Yes. So, but if I do not obey it,
What's going to happen?
He is not going to disown me.
Is there consequences for that?
He's not going to disown me.
Is there consequences?
You know why? Because I'm very important to Him. That's why He made me.
Guess what happened to
That's
Adam?
why He made me.
He's saying there's no consequences. Guess what happened to Adam when he disobeyed God?
I did not say there's no consequences. I'm saying that
So
He's
there is
not going to
And what will
disown
happen
me.
to us who don't
He
believe?
what do you mean disown?
Even after Adam disobeyed, God did not give up on trying to save him. Up to today, God is still trying to save human beings.
Man, God doesn't
So-
try.
so what I'm
God
trying to
doesn't try. God, if He wants something, He will say happen and it will happen. He doesn't try.
Yeah,
Why
but
will
what
God
I'm
try?
saying is that my belief is that the relationship between me and the Creator is is parental, parent and child.
Really, it is?
That's the way I believe it.
Okay.
So maybe that can create differences of interpretation.
I don't agree totally with you because sometimes I have my father. I don't agree with him sometimes in some points.
Yeah.
But with me and God, I fully agree what He said.
No, but the thing is, you see, between you and your father, there is a relationship of a father and a son. There's no doubt. But you're saying that same relationship exists between God and you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you disobey God, and if you, let's say, you no more believe in the Trinity, or believe Jesus is God, or any of the laws of God in the Bible, you disobey it. Will your father, whom you call a parental relationship, will he burn you in hell for eternity?
No.
No. So anyone who disobeys God, he will give them paradise.
That is not what it means.
What does it mean? Do you believe in hell and heaven, by the
What it
way?
means is that you suffer the consequences of your own action.
Which is what?
You see, if I tell you not to put your hand in electricity, I'm a father. I myself, I'm a father. If I told my baby, who is now grown up, don't put your hand on this electricity, you're going to get shocked.
Yeah.
Do you think that if he disobeys me, the electricity is going to have favor on him?
No,
No.
that's a different question.
The law
Different point.
of,
Do you believe in hell and heaven?
I believe in hell and heaven, but it's not a location. It's a state of your mind.
Okay, whatever. Is there suffering in hell? Whatever state of mind. Is there suffering in hell?
There's suffering in your mind here on earth.
When you die, do you believe in life after death? Do you believe in life after
There's
death?
life after life.
Okay,
Life after life.
That's fine. Life after life.
Yes.
And this afterlife, do you believe in that afterlife? The people who did not believe in God or did not believe in the one true God, will they be suffering in hell for eternity?
It's not a question of what you believe. It's a question of what you do.
No, but do you believe it? You said you believe in the life after life. That is a belief.
Yeah.
It's not what you do. You're going to do something or not.
What I mean is
Are you going to answer the question?
You could believe in God and you go around killing people and stealing and murdering and
If you are misunderstanding what's going on.
yeah, it means that you're misunderstanding. That's why I'm saying that it's really not a question of belief. It's more a question of understanding. Because if you truly understand what
Specify the subject about killing people, because if you say killing people, if someone is sitting like in peace in his home and someone tries to come kill his family, he has to defend himself.
yeah, it's possible.
you
I'm
have
not going to be a
specify
judge of
what
that.
like the
I'm not a
topics
judge.
Talking about the
Love and peace.
I'm not. You're right. I'm not. Every situation is for the Creator to judge. But what I'm saying is that the concept of hell,
Yes. Well, how does the Bible define hell?
the concept of hell or heaven, You can create it here, even right here, for yourself.
No, how does the Bible define
If
it?
you love people, care for people, give things to people, share for people, you create heaven for yourself. If you hate people, destroy people, ruin people, you create hell for yourself.